Ottawa Animation Festival 2016. I'm here with Rob Anderson.
Hello.
So you're a producer.
Yes.
How did you become a producer?
I think it was just seeing opportunities and learning process. What is it about the other jobs around that one that I'm doing that I could learn so that I can do that job better? And I would keep jumping from department to department and learning different types of skills within various departments over years, dealing with all the different departments and making sure everybody knows what job they're supposed to be doing. What am I doing today? When does it have to be done? And do I have enough time to do it? Those are kind of the basic questions that a production manager and producer really need to understand. The more of the jobs that you've done over the years, the easier it is for you to answer those yourself, or know when you don't know the answer and go and find the smart people to do it.
But you must have had to demonstrate an aptitude for organization, an aptitude for these kinds of areas. Like,
No, I wish. But it's more like at some point you have to believe in yourself, right? The only experience I had in organizing anything remotely complex at that point was I had worked at McDonald's for 6 months, and to be honest, that's probably the most important job I ever had. To be a good production manager, working at McDonald's, and looking back, I'm like, I knew all the jobs that I had to do at McDonald's make total sense as far as it's weird.
It's one
weird.
It's one of the mythical truths of HR is if you see McDonald's on someone's resume, you know they can work in a high-paced team environment, execute ABC tasks. Like, it actually is a really good training ground.
It is.
For working behavior.
Yeah. Knowing how to work with others, knowing when something goes wrong, how to not get stressed, think about things in a logical way. It's like, okay, let's all just take a deep breath. How do we fix this? And that's just the sort of the mentality. And critical thinking, I think, just being able to ask questions.
If you're hiring somebody for a production capacity, bring on a resume that lists McDonald's.
Right.
If someone's an aspiring producer and they want to go out and get some actual training that might be of benefit to them in that job, do you have a recommendation?
I think there's some courses at Ryerson that I've been looking into myself that I find kind of interesting, project management courses. And they're actually there's a new curriculum. It's like this 16-week workshop where you can be mentored with somebody who's already
career mentorship.
Yeah. Which is great for but if you're right out of high school and you want to become a producer, you got a long road ahead. Unless you just ignore everybody and just do it yourself, which can work. People do, and people have done it. And it's a high risk business.
Okay.
You got to really believe in yourself, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. There's some people that have produced right out of school, and that's great. It's probably not as easy to do that as it would be to spend 5, 10, 15 years learning the nuances of the craft.
Young people out there, fans of animation, thinking about a career in animation, any words of advice?
A career is a long time. A career spans decades. So you always got to start with something. Start with the first step. Don't give up. That's your first step. If this is really what you want to do, you're going to come across roadblocks. You're going to come across challenges. Some years are going to suck. Some years are going to be absolutely fantastic. But a career is a long, arduous process. And at some point, you realize that you've spent 10 years doing this and you're really happy. Or you're miserable and you're going to do something else. But don't give up. If this is really what you want to do, you've got to find a way to do it. And I think that's the best advice I can give. And you might not be working at Disney. That might be your goal. You might not be working at Pixar, but maybe there's a small shop in Ottawa or a small shop in Toronto or in Winnipeg who likes the work that you do, and you shine there. And you're just as important as somebody who's worked at Pixar or somebody who's worked at Disney, because you're creating something that somebody else is watching and is having an emotional reaction to. And I think that's really what it's all about.